Castle fights. Apparently, these are the codes that should be used, I've been told. Has chosen random each round. And there's a number of free overall victories. No treasure box, no artillery, unique races, round time limits, after 30 minutes. Okay. Ooh. This looks like a new one. I don't recognize this race. Quillboar's Burrow, and then next one is Noel's Tent. I'll try to get a little bit of each to begin with, and then see where we go in terms of counters. We've got 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top, although there's only 1 lane, so I suppose it doesn't matter. Okay, I want to build more of those just because of the noise that made.
Your building is complete.
So I've got Quillboars coming out. Pierce damage. They're melee with 27 DPS, 3 unarmored, and 360 hit points. 40% of melee damage is returned to the attacker. So that's good versus high damage units like this guy, although he looks really strong. And he's also got 3.5 armor thanks to this Ice Troll Shadow Priest. He takes extra damage from magic, which means the elemental of lightning should be pretty good, as well as the druid just being flat out good with chaos damage. Don't think my Quillboar is going to be kicking up too much awesomeness, apart from if he can reach the Ice Troll Shadow Priest at the back. What's my Noel up to? He's got good against medium armor, which is the Fellhound, but it helps if they haven't got this frost armor that Ember is spamming out. This is a 3v3 castle fight. I think it's 1.30, something like that. I don't think I've played this version before, because I've never seen this race before. I'm new to this. We've got the single lane though, that's good. Try to reduce the amount of lag as well, hopefully, in the long run. This is what my character looks like when he's auto-repairing. So if it does look like I'm doing nothing, I am trying to auto-repair the main base to stop us from dying. This is snowballing pretty fast. How's Kitson able to attack? Oh, the blast staff. Yep, 150 gold. Good for early defense. My next more expensive units are 230 gold, which is a fair bit to wait, but maybe it's worth waiting for it. Because my first 2 initial units don't seem too powerful under the circumstances. Just have to hope that that blast staff starts to take off after a while. Otherwise this is an early round 1. I'm interested in this guy. He's got magic damage, he's got normal armor. I guess normal armor is medium armor. I've almost got access to it. There's an ogre as well, but I don't see where siege damage is going to come in useful at this point. So it's between the Harpy's Nest, which is a flying unit, but they've got ranged units. So we have to try to give Sand King's Hide a try here. I can buy a rescue strike and new items in the castle. Oh, you can actually buy rescue strikes. I better get ready to buy them. Next guy in a second. Repair. I'm gonna get back to it. So yeah, you got a Rune of Restoration. This repairs buildings and heals units near the owner. Stacks with other runes and coral statues. The drum and bass line generator. So that's just a passive that increases movement speed and attack speed. Then you've got the drum and bass drums, which is the other passive. That gives plus 30 damage. Each consequent gives plus 15 damage. So apparently it stacks, but it doesn't stack. It stacks with diminishing returns, but it does stack. The previous versions didn't stack. This one doesn't, but that one seems to. That bloody noise from those Quillboars. When used, the Scroll of Stone heals for 400 hit points, 200 mana, and gives 8 bonus armor for 30 seconds to all allied units in a huge area. I don't know if that's around your target, say if you were standing here and it only affects units there, or whether you can target it and make it happen over here. The blast staff is what Kitson had. Hey, look at him go. Medium armor. He suffers a little bit versus this guy, but at the same time he still counters him because of his armor type. But versus Pierce and the magic, that medium armor, aka normal armor, should be more beneficial in this circumstance. It's called medium here, but over here it's called normal armor. 5 armor though is still good. It's got the ability Sand Cloud. Not sure what that does then. Ah, here we go. Sand Cloud creates cloud of sand to dim enemy vision in 250 affected area. Miss 25% of their attacks. Ah, that is good. It's like Banshee. AoE Banshee. I feel like I should save up. I can either get another one of those, or since we're pushing already, save up for like a higher tier unit so we can push back again. They may have to use a rescue strike because that's a lot of units. Hello there, Fallon. How are you doing? Nothing can reduce lag, huh, Goofy? We're all susceptible to lag, especially me with this computer. The upgrade for this is Bristleback ability, but still remains Pierce and unarmored. I don't think I need that. The Poison Bolt interests me. He seems to get a lot of abilities if you upgrade the Ambusher. Since I've got up to 360, I'm going to hold out for 450. I will hold out and build something expensive like the Salamander's Hatchery whilst we're waiting for them to snowball back. And then I'll be interested in upgrading for the Knoll Assassins. The Ultra Sands, I can afford that. It creates quick sands. When should I start to get buildings that provide a debuff or a buff to our armies? Like these kind of things. Oh, stop unit production entirely. I see. Yeah, I understand. So we can get them to snowball over here quicker. Oh, thank you, Gosmatics.
More recruits for the Forsaken.
Check my legendary buildings. I will do in a second.
Love me some castle
Got the Salamander.
walls. Check your legendary buildings.
Okay. Well, I don't know what this is. Obelisk of Wilderness. Is that a tower or a legendary building? Either way, it's very aggressively placed. So I might want to start repairing that. Kitson's going to use the first rescue. Okay, that's gone. Okay, let's have a look at these more special buildings. So the Ultra Sands creates quick sands under random enemy unit. Quick sands last for 12 seconds. Affected enemies move and attack slower. Unit in the middle may be drowned, so it might get rid of them entirely. Potentially. The Sacred Peyote poisons a random living enemy with a hallucinogenic spores, sending it to dreams for 7 seconds, dealing 7 DPS, but I guess making it sleep for 7 seconds, with a 25% chance that the unit becomes hostile to both teams. That sounds really good. Turn them against each other, if not just slow them down and sleep them. Guard tower, pretty bog standard tower to defend. And the Temple of Storm, which I need some cheese for to buy the legendary in the first place. Plus 1500 lumber. This conjures Great Sandstorm. Enemies move and attack slower, so they have minus 50%. Miss 75% of their attacks. And the flows of sands do 15 damage to enemies. The storm lasts for 8 seconds, cooldown 45 seconds. My race seems to be quite focused on debuffing the enemy. I'm curious to see what the upgrade... Ah, there is no upgrade for Salamander. So what is it the Salamander is up to then? 40% chance to spit magical poison in 120 area. 25... So that's a poisonous in an AoE. 25 DPS, minus 4 armor. So was that like the Alchemist chemical bomb? Acid bomb? That sounds really good actually. I'd rather get quite a lot of those to debuff the enemies. Also, what's with this tower? It's having a rough time. Who's the next rescue?
Your building is
I feel like these type of units get more and more powerful over time. I'm not an expert at Castle Fight. Every now and then we do dip into it and have a go at it, and I learn a little bit, but I also forget a fair bit after the last time I played it. Disable the health bars to see the spawn rate bar. Disabling health bars doesn't really... Oh well, we've lost that. I want to get the upgrade for the ambusher. Well, we still have rescue strikes, don't we? I'll just say me, so we can just get it done. Right, you're last then, overclocked for your rescue strike. Go Salamander, go. 80 to 100 chaos damage ranged. Heavy armor, pretty good. Lots of health. The Salamander's got to kick ass. And here comes my little Knoll ambusher. It's actually got quite a lot of damage. Pretty slow attack. Average at best. That's if he's not debuffed. Okay. So the legendary cheese costs 1500, so I can't afford that at the moment. So I'm gonna build some support.
our warriors have engaged the enemy.
There's I hope this works in the corner. I guess it would do, because it's just a random unit. And that creates quicksand. So those two should work whilst in the corner. Oh, we can't repair whilst the base is frozen. Who's freezing the base? That's really strong. It's the Ice Queen, maybe? You got a rescue strike, I see. May as well use it. Got these little buggers at the back. I'd like to get more poison dudes, but I'll get another support building just to use up the wood as well.
Our sacred grove.
Ah! No, they snowballed there.
Your building is complete.
So I've got the corrupted builder. It's got the corrupted Ent, the Voidwalker, the Neverdrake, Fellhound. Was that Fellhound what came at us before? Because that was pretty effective from the enemy team. So I wonder if I should save up for that. I think that is. We've got air here. Air's always a bit risky to go early on though, isn't it? Upgrading Ent and going for Voidwalker. Well, okay, that could be done. I will do that when it's finished ticking. I'll upgrade the Ent.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And then we'll work for Voidwalker. So we can work our way up as well. Oh, you gone straight for air, Kidson. Look at this anti-air though. The Huntress herself. Queen of the Amazon. Alan Darizia, you reckon this is pick human and win? Artillery's been disabled in this version, so I thought that's where human was strongest, isn't it? With artillery. Okay, I need 190 gold for a Void Portal. That gets me a Void Walker that has an upgrade. Magic damage, yep, ranged with 25 DPS, 2 light armor, 375 hit points, has the ability to incinerate, that's plus 5 damage on hit, and -2 armor. Wonder if that's an actual ability or whether that's just kind of a passive ability.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
We've got some forest bears giving us some trouble here with their tanking. Oh look, the Ice Troll Shadow Priest. This should go well for us then. We need something tanky though. I guess the Treants that are upgraded should be tanky. But, you know, maybe not tanky enough. Pretty bog standard by the looks of it. You know, decent chunk of damage, decent chunk of health, but nothing super special. Guess the Frost Armor is he's about to die. That doesn't help. Yeah, the Blast Staff's already been picked up. I guess Kidson probably bought that again. Yep. Now I can get the Void Portal in about 5 seconds or something. I think every 10 seconds you get gold. Let's have a look. Maybe not. I don't know actually.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
It looks like it's about every 10 seconds. But it's not even.
Your building is complete.
Okay, let's have a look. The Treant has a second upgrade. Oh yeah, but it requires cheese. 1500 gold, basically. Is it worth going for that legendary building? Or that legendary unit? Or is there a better legendary building I can go for, such as the Eye of Corruption? Decreases the armor of all enemies by 6. How often does it cast that ability? You all start with 1 food. Are you sure?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, I understand now. Sorry, my apologies. I thought I needed 1 out of 1 in order to build it in the first place. Okay, well I can save up for it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay. I will save up then. You get income based on how much you've built in this game, don't you? So if you spam a bunch of buildings, you'll get more income. But the counter to doing that is if you're spamming buildings in the first place, it's more likely you're spamming weaker units. So I've got to wait quite a long time before I hit 500 gold. So after that, a couple of upgraded voids, and then a DOGO. Don't know what that is at the moment. Upgraded buildings also increase income. Okay, fair enough. So you kind of get your money back after a while. This looks like a rescue strike to me. Okay. The leech strategies. By stopping production, you're no longer stopping the rate at which the enemy reach you, because you're not chucking mobs at them for them to snowball over, reducing the snowball.
Great stream, Joyful. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much there, Kasai. Okay, I've stopped my production. Void Portal and Corrupted Ancient of War are no longer producing units. So, we want to start reproducing units. Cough, cough. as this overclock hasn't done it, but... Fell Doggo, the Fellhound. Yeah, Doggo. I could understand that being the upgrade. So they've got a Stout Shaman. Magic damage, heavy armor. Resume. Okay. Boom, boom. Those are both definitely building. Veteran Grunt, another bog standard tanky unit. Forest Bear, definitely tankier. Magic range DPS. Rangers Pierce range DPS. Sage Druid looks pretty pimp. Yeah, the castle seems to take a lot of damage in this version. Which is good, because it speeds up the progress of the game quicker. I've got to be gone at 6:25 an hour, so I might need to get my food now and start eating it. A bit of social eating or something. I'll wait until I've built my expensive legendary, and then I'll go get my food. Because I've got to go pretty shortly. I've still got like about 50 minutes, but... I would hope that we wouldn't have to use another raid strike, but... Come on. Where's the gold? Should I cancel that? Yeah, just cancel that and go for the big one. Alright. Now I feel pressured to stay just for the potential raid strike. Rescue strike, sorry. Okay. I'll be back in a moment then.
Sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay, it's going smooth. Look what I just cooked. Got some roast potatoes, gammon, and veg. Oh, okay, well, we went into a new level, did we? I'm being told to get banshees. Okay. And now Kitten just said necros. Oh well. Bit late now. So they've got 2-0. Oh right, I see. I was gonna say, I was only gone for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm pretty sure another raid strike should keep us going, but okay. No, I don't remember turning off the sub pop-up. It should still be working. So Necros after Banshees. Banshees dealing with this heavy air already. What on earth? Nerf air. In normal melee games, you have to wait to tier 2 at least to get air. This guy's got to be anti-air. Oh, that's good. Got some attacks at the back. Your sub didn't pop up, Sorbet. Oh, I apologise. Thank you, though, for resubbing. So at least we've got free rescue strikes. We want to win at least one game. Considering I'm on limited time at the moment, I'm always panicking because I'm like, oh, I've only got 30 minutes left, I've only got 40 minutes left, that kind of thing. That means I have to win 3 games in under 40 minutes minimum. Basically less than that. Seems unlikely.
What must I do?
Divine armor. They got any chaos damage? She should be great. Taking 40% damage. Okay. Necromancer, it's Temple of Bone.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let my cries chill the
Do you ever get that feeling where you feel hungry after you started eating? It's weird. Okay, the upgrade is the Temple of Necromancy. For the mighty Necromancer. Has the ability to swarm carrions at his opponent and raise the greater dead. Skull pile is 160 gold. So I suppose I should get the upgrade for the Necromancer first and then a skull pile. Looks like we've got a bit of a snowball coming. So how comes we're losing every single time? I mean, this time it can be explained because I didn't build anything, but... Luckily they're quite squishy. Might be able to just turn us around without a rage strike. I keep calling it rage strike. Rescue strike. You know what I mean. It's actually devastating strike in this. Yeah, but what's Overclock doing wrong? As long as he's building something, it's better than nothing. Okay, Guzmatics really wants me to go Death Pits soon. I got to get that skull pile, and then I can go into Death Pit afterwards. Kills a random enemy unit instantly. Sounds pretty good. That's a bit RNG, isn't it? As to which one you get. Okay, Mr. Skull Pile. Raise us some skeletons. At least we still haven't used the rescue yet. We're still hanging in there. Whilst we get more powerful units built up, so we can snowball nice and sweetly. And there it goes. Oh, heavy tank, huh? Hmm. He better raise some dead before he dies, otherwise I'm going to be a bit annoyed. He's got 134 mana he's not using. How much mana is it to raise Greater Dead? He's just done it now. Or is that Greater Dead? That could just be a skeleton from the skull pile. He's used up 70 mana, so maybe. I'm skeptical. Greater Skeleton Archer. There it is. Okay. Those death pits are 340 gold, so I've still got a while to go. That means more gammon. I hope we don't... We want to get at least one raid strike out of them. We suddenly hit a brick wall here. Come on, guys. Catch up. You got distracted by some air or something. Right. I don't know whether Kitzen's trying to do some trap thing here, so I'm going to build a little bit further down so I don't get in the way. That looks like a rescue strike to me. Okay. Hopefully my building destroys one of the enemy units. Now there we go. Is that... Do you reckon that was it? Because he had like 4 health. So we can try to reduce their chance of snowballing by killing them instantly. I'm on board for whatever should be the best thing to do. Necros are still working out. Upgraded zombie, huh? Okay. Well, I've already gone down this, so let's just upgrade that. And I think there's one more upgrade for these, isn't there? Yeah. 205 gold. Oh my goodness. This is starting to sound like whichever race you get wins you the game. Although people won't like me saying that because they'll go, no, actually it's very skill based. Feel free to discuss this amongst yourselves whilst I eat.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
My life for
Upgrade finished.
Don't think there's any more upgrades for those, are there? No. It's the Plague Bearer.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
your will.
No one likes vampires. In Heroes of Might and Magic, you mass those bad boys. And then they just create more and more vampires. And they snowballs out of control.
Our warriors have engaged the
My
enemy.
fate is sealed.
Your building is
This does look good. That does sound good. Look at that. Needs a lot of wood though.
My cries chill
Let's keep the undead rolling. Actually, I'm going to get some vampires.
Let my cries.
If I don't build them, no one will. I thought vampires were quite strong early game, actually. I know it's not early game now, but... Don't they have strong armor? Yeah, they got hero armor. I vaguely remember them.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'll soon have the wood for City of Decay, maybe after I upgrade the vampires. They still haven't given up yet. We need a win. I've only got so much time.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Is the Lich an upgrade of the Banshee? No. The Necromancer. Ah. Okay. I'm gonna see what it is I need to build here before I go and rush into building anything.
Don't waste my time. You fail to amuse me.
Shall I amass some wyverns myself? Can these do the wyverns? They don't. They're the red dragons. Succubus. Okay.
Your building is
She's got magic damage, light armor, and 450 hit points and a curse. Yay. That's good for an early snowball.
What trickery is this?
Okay. I guess that's as close to going at the same time as possible. Let's see how that works out. Oh yeah, the sappers. Remember when I mastered the sappers? That was fun.
Request.
Get a load of these.
Succubus is out.
Don't be shy.
Oh damn, she's taking some damage there.
I won't bite.
Beaten by AFK Ember. Told you the vampires are good. We need chaos damage in, don't we?
Don't waste my time.
280 gold for chaos damage from me. Or 350 gold. The sappers are bringing our base down.
Get a load of these.
I'll go for some dragons. Quite a long wait though. So is anyone going to get the blast staff?
Tremble before me.
Get a load of these.
Okay. Can drag this out a little while then.
What trickery is this?
There's a lot more coming up on the mini-map I can see. Can't quite reach the vampires at the bottom though.
You failed.
Okay. Just need an extra 75 gold.
Don't waste my time.
And then dragons. That's if we don't have to use another rage strike.
Get another beat.
So you're saying it is RNG? Now that Ember's come back, we might stand a chance of winning. The red dragons are out. They're flying 50 to 90 damage. Chaos. Although that snapdragon is giving me a tough time. Oh my goodness, that's painful to watch. Whoa. And he's back in the game. Nice one, Mr. Red Dragon. We need more things to tank in front of this Red Dragon. Ah! I'll stream at the theatre, shall I? High Rise. I'll take my mobile phone and I'll periscope it or something. What about the Eraser? Kills 90% of the units that belong to the enemy and have the same type. Isn't that quite broken? One demon upgraded. I've not even got a demon in the first place. You mean Demon Gate? You mean give me 200 gold so I can build it?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
First bit of lag. Oh, the Chaos.
Our warriors have
Chaos Warrior.
engaged
Okay.
You failed to amuse me.
your buildings. Upgrade finished.
He can't be upgraded anymore.
What trickery is this?
Get another beat.
And clock waits for charge. He came back from church to use Rescue Strike to save us all for our sins.
Another beat.
Why do I feel so hungry after eating all of that? Got a worm in my stomach or something. Red Dragon just wants to live and be badass. But the Naga aren't letting him. We've got one rescue strike, and we're still losing. And they haven't used a single rescue strike. I could have an apple. A schnapple. Blaming overclock does sound like a pretty good idea.
Pitiful. You failed.
Your buildings.
600 damage per 14 seconds. I guess it's okay.
Our allies' town needs help.
What is your people request?
Give myself 20 minutes now, I no longer feel hunger. Those sappers are still going.
Get another beat.
Right. I think we're back in the game. Wouldn't you kind of want to race to a legendary building? ASAP. I guess it's better later on because there's more chances that they're going to have the same type of unit that they mass, but... Oh no! Ancient Hydra, that can't be good for us. They're imbalanced in every game I've ever played. Orb of Lightning. Oh yeah. 550 gold though. I don't think anyone's bought it during the time that we spent playing this game. Seems like quite a heavy investment. They have one, huh? I feel like I'd rather get the units. Especially in Infernal. That stun was nice. We just need some DPS whilst that stun goes off.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
We demand additional lumber.
Pitiful.
More gold is required.
You fail to amuse me.
Your building is complete.
I bring darkness.
I suppose, yeah, you might be right, High Rise. The gold that you get from the Orb of Lightning helps. I still need 105 wood for the eraser building. So I'm not sure exactly what to go for next. Maybe the lesser demon cage? We've got no rescue strikes. And we're in trouble.
Pitiful. I bring darkness.
Your building is complete. Get another loot.
What a foolish ploy.
Staring into the face of death itself. And it all began with the vampire. Go, my little satyr, go. Smacked down. Well, I'm not seeing much of an opportunity to make a comeback here. I'd love to, but this does look like GG to me. That was Castle Fight 1.30. This is better, in my opinion. Simply because the games are much faster. And we haven't got to the point where I'm down to 5 FPS. I've still got 60 FPS, which is very unusual in a Castle Fight game. Good game, well played everyone. And I'm sure we can maybe revisit this another time.